railroad tracks, train station, and trains transportation has been a very integral part of the community and village of Ettrick and Matoaca.
In the lower part of Ettrick, other than a sawmill, there were just a few industries down there. It was a major source of employment.
Well, it was their lifeline. Everybody that came into VSU or the little communities around, they came in at that train station.
I grew up about 4 blocks south of here. There were 2 focal points in Ettrick, the volunteer fire station and the train station. It was called North Petersburg Station for a while, and a lot of people came and utilized the train station here in Ettrick to go points north and south of here.
Well, I grew up in Ettrick. I was born in Ettrick. So I spent quite a bit of time near the station and near the track. My father worked there. My father worked for the Atlantic Coastline Railroad, really. When I was in elementary school, he was a train porter. I spent quite a few days at both of the train stations. So I got to see a lot of people, meet a lot of people, ask questions. This is a rendering of the original station, done in pencil. And down here was the area where I remember going. We would go down there, and I remember sitting up there on the wall, and he would go down and talk to his buddies and stuff down there. This was a pretty nice place to be. I learned how to ride my bike down here because they had asphalt.
Beautiful architecture in the old station, beautiful brickwork, and oak seats.
I was told by a friend they were going to tear this station down. I just stood there looking at it, and I started snapping pictures because in my mind I could see people coming and going. You know, you had soldiers coming back from the war, people that were happy to see people crying because people were leaving, and thousands of people had passed through this building.
But the railroad was very important in the African American community, particularly for its steadiness. You had a job, and the job just did not get from you, it also gave you something back. It was very, very important.
When they stopped using the original train station and started using the new train station, which is behind me now, that was another big deal for a small community. It had better restroom facilities, nice seating area.
The station was one of the first signs I saw in my life of integration. When the new station was built, it was built to be segregated. It had a wall running down the middle and a space for African Americans on the back and on the front, you know, for European Americans. And they had just stenciled the doors white and colored when they got a directive from the railroad telling them to take it off the door. And that was the real first time I saw a change, because it was no longer legal to have these places on that railroad line white and colored.
In addition to serving the people from Colonial Heights and Petersburg and Chesterfield, it certainly was a focal point for Virginia State University. When the students didn't have as many vehicles as they have now and transportation wasn't readily available, they would use it.
That one stop, all these students that come there every year, they get off that train station and go to school there.
Few students had cars. So if you came to school, you came with your relatives, or you took the bus, or you came by train.
Passengers should proceed to track 1.
My wife goes to Florence, South Carolina on a train from time to time. When I bring her or wait for her, you can see some of the college students, especially on the weekends and towards the end of the school year.
And this level area here?
It's been there. It has benefited a lot of people, and I don't see any reason why it would have to move.
To me, that train station is everything for Ettrick and Matoaca.